I believe Kate said, is don't spend all of your capital on tools. I think this is extremely helpful for people just starting. I see we help a lot of people in that like just getting started mode, especially with POD. KDP and merch is a place that I think a lot of new people start, and they instantly want to jump towards tools and think that that's the thing that's going to really help them. I know POD doesn't cost a lot of money to start, but I always caution people about spending money on tools, especially if you're just getting started. Um, a good friend of mine when I was focusing more on real estate, he always said seed corn. He was a big farmer, seed corn, seed corn, seed corn. I'm from the city. I didn't know what he was talking about. After a few months, I asked him, I was like, what is this seed corn that you keep talking about? And then he explained it. Seed corn is like your starting corn. You don't want to be eating or taking away from that starting seed. You want to be able to plant that seed and let it grow. Spending all of your money on tools is a good way to cripple yourself as you try to grow this business. I think what Danny and Ryan is teaching is a perfect way to start. Start small, start slow, build up your capital so that you can start growing and doing different things. I know Ryan's pushing multiple streams of income. That's kind of what we are constantly teaching. I think that's why another reason I love POD. You can almost instantly have a few different accounts across a few different platforms to start growing multiple streams and giving yourself more than just one leg on the table to stand on. A big thing I see with people just going all in on one thing, I caution people too on like just only RA. I think it's a great way to start building capital, but I don't think it's the best way to grow a business. Now, I could be wrong. Everybody's got their own opinion. I just think they're not really my customer. They're Amazon customers. I kind of want my own customers just in case Amazon wants to suspend my account or do anything or change the algorithm. I at least can contact my customers and sell them the same type of products. Again, just my word of caution. You do with that as you wish. This is something that Kate said that I wouldn't have put this way, but she said her number one tool was like other people. I love going to the conferences. We presented not at the last Legends, but the one before that. Going to all these conferences, presenting, I think my biggest takeaway from any of those conferences is the other people. I'm always learning new things. Kate had that little dryer on a stick. I never knew of that thing before. We always had a heat gun. I always put somebody else on that job because I hated that job. But going and talking to other people and just finding out different ways they do things, it's like it's catapults your business. Anytime I go and find out something new from somebody else, that kind of leads into my first Chrome extension that I'm going to talk about. You didn't hear from me. If you have a tool that you really like and you're interested in another tool, it might be worth like getting with a group of people and figuring out like who has what tool and working with them so that you kind of get access to all the tools. Again, you didn't hear from me, but that might be something that you want to do. Let me actually share my screen now. Okay. This first Chrome extension is LastPass. We use this a lot with our VAs. It's a way to not give away your password. It kind of keeps everything in one place. You can give them a LastPass link, then they can access your accounts without having to use your login or your email or your password. There is a free section of this. It says one user. If you know how to use the tool, you can use it with multiple VAs. We have multiple accounts that we use, so we're constantly trying to get people to use LastPass. It just makes things so much easier for us. Again, if you're going to be sharing tools, not saying that you should or shouldn't do that, this is a way to kind of do it so you don't have to, if you're working with somebody else and they're using your tool, you're using their tool, you can use a LastPass password so they don't have to get your actual email and your sign or your password to do so. Next is this extension manager. If you're like me and you use countless tools, you need a way to kind of turn them on or off. Something that Amazon is doing right now is they're having that robot check. I don't know truly the cause of that, but I have noticed if I turn off some of my tools, I don't get that robot check as much. I think what's happening is a lot of those tools automatically ping Amazon's API, and Amazon is thinking that either they're getting attacked or something's going on. There could be scraping. They try to shut that down. That's why they give you that little "Are you a robot?" check-in where they just ask you to enter a few different words or letters, and then you can go back searching on the site. That extension looks like this. They call it Switcher. It just allows you to turn on and off all the tools that you have. I've gone through and deleted a lot of tools, and I still have a ton. They normally just line up here and just look like a mess, but I have used it a lot because of how Amazon now is handling a lot of people tapping into their search algorithm and their website. So hopefully that helps. And I'll try to put all these extensions in the comments. So I'm just looking at chat. This is the one that Christy told me about. If you're like me also, you have 100 different tabs on like 7 to 10 different windows, and it just gets a mess. I used to get them so they were so small I couldn't even close out of them. This one tab allows you to hit this button, and then it just captures all those pages. So you can just see that I have a few of these open. It just allows me to kind of track each job that we're doing. We have a lot of different businesses, a lot of different things going on, and just being able to like open up a window, take care of everything, and then close it down in that same window so that I can just restore. So just like how I'm talking about all the Chrome extensions, it just allows me to restore everything after closing it down. So say I'm working on an email sequence, or we're working on a new niche that we're going after, or we're starting up a new Shopify store, I can just put all of those tabs that either I'm talking to Nathaniel or I'm talking to different developers and different emails. I can just have all that stuff open, close it down, and then the next time I need to work on it, just open all those windows up at the same time. That's one tab. I didn't think I would use it that much. When she told me about it, I was like, that might be helpful, but I find myself using it all the time now. The next Chrome extension is DS Quick View. We mostly use this for like quick research. If we just want to go to a results page and kind of see if that stuff is selling and at what rate it's selling, it might not be great for OA or RA because you kind of want to know the history of sales, not just like where the stuff is at now. We're normally just checking, instead of just one product, we're checking like the whole page. As this thing scrolls by, you can kind of see it. It opens up a secondary information window underneath each product, and it gives you a quick look at the BSR. Like I said, most of the time we're just going and saying, hey, if people are typing in coffee for cat lovers, is this something that we should go after? What's here? Is the stuff that's here selling? We just can quickly buzz through the page. DS Quick Views allows us to quickly see BSRs on that page. There is a paid version that gives you a little bit more information. They also track the information like Keepa, but as you can see, it's $19.99. I kind of like Keepa more because it just allows me to look at the actual listing, go down, and then click different boxes and kind of show me different things. But if you do want this extension to do a little bit more, there is a second one. Or if you do click on the wrong one and say, oh, I thought he said this was free, and then you go, oh, it's paid. There is 2 different ones. This one's called the Extended, and this one's just regular DS Amazon Quick View. And then my favorite tool, this tool has saved me, I don't even know how many hours. When I first started, there wasn't much on YouTube, but the stuff that was there was a lot of like vlogs and different information. I was just always trying to find out like possible products, possible tips, and I didn't want to sit through 30 minutes of a video, somebody talking about different things. I found on YouTube, they had the settings on there that you could speed things up. I mostly listened to things at 1.5 for a long time. Someone told me about this tool, and it allows you to speed up all videos. If they're on YouTube, if they're off YouTube, anywhere there's a video, this tool normally picks it up and allows you to speed up the video. So down here, this is kind of what shows up on the video, and then you can just speed it up to any speed that you want. I now am listening to videos at least 2 times speed and just kind of buzzing through that information. It's just, we watch a lot of webinars. We're trying to keep up on all the different groups that we're in. This is a way that we are able to do it without having to sit down for an hour and listen to a webinar. We can put on 2 times speed. We can skip through. It really cuts it down so that like 15, 20 minutes, we can kind of gather all the information that we need and then move on with our days. If you do not have this tool, I would at least start using it. Again, all of these tools are free. I would get it even if you're at 1.2 or 1.3. It's still faster than watching it at regular speed. The last thing I'm going to do is kind of ask you guys for help. I'm not good at naming things. I kind of was going to call this Tool Talk or something around that, but I think because it's changing up and I really just want it to be tips, tricks, strategies, methods, different things that we know I think will be helpful to you guys doing research on Amazon, off Amazon, as you kind of build brands and start going deeper, thinking about the customers, finding out other products possibly to sell those customers instead of just going, hey, there's an Oreo cookie around Game of Thrones. This is working out for me. And then there's 1,000 other people that jump on that listing. Then you don't sell it anymore. Take some of that information and go, okay, people really like Oreo cookies. I can't sell Oreo cookies to this listing because there's too many other sellers, but what information can I pull from this? Can I use Oreo cookies and do some additional research? Can I use Game of Thrones and do some additional research? That's kind of where I feel I've thrived, is just being able to do different types of research and find different ways to kind of target those same customers. Customers that like Oreo cookies and Game of Thrones might like a different cookie that has that same kind of theme around it, or they might like the same Oreo cookies and like different themes on there. Might be a bad example, but that idea of just taking something that's working for you and getting more out of it than just one listing, selling that one product. How can I take that information and do other research to get me more products to sell and or build my own possible brand? Hope this video worked. I'm going to be trying to come in here the first Wednesday at 6 o'clock. I'll probably be bringing on other people that have different tools and talk about different things. But I just want to be able to show stuff like that off and kind of like how I use it or how other people use it, and kind of get other people just seeing different ways of doing things. I think that helps everybody across the board. That's my goal. And like I said, if you can help me name this, I will greatly appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of the week. Happy 4th of July. Enjoy yourselves. Stay safe. All right, guys, take it easy.